So, last we left off, our brave agents uh, ascended the terrible grinder of corpses and other meat products that the cultists were working in. Zephaniah was mentally assaulted by the Gene Stealer's psychic broodmind, and after being captured, debate and arguing ensued, which in time allowed the great Gene Stealer to escape. Eventually, you are all able to track the creature down to a small manufacturing corridor in which there were several small cell compartments which housed artisan workers who toiled on circuit boards their entire lives, never seeing anything, really. Eventually, Odysseus was able to question a group of agents, or sorry, a group of funeral goers to the site, and a small priest who informed the fucking space marine that the man had just he died. He just died, and there was nothing more to it. But Odysseus did see a terrible look upon his face, as if stricken before death. Then the agents were able to locate the specific source of the Gene Stealer, who was hiding in a corridor, and stormed it. However, the Gene Stealer was quite cleverly able to trick the Space Marine into, shall we say, laying down his weapons as the creature charged. So, you all hear screams from the populace as this awful Xenos reaches out, and Odysseus, can I get
Hiyo.
a...
Hiyo.
Just don't need that, mate. Not yet. Can you make a strength test, please?
Ducky.
Thank you.
That is 3. 4, 5 icons.
5 icons. Okay, just give me 1 moment and I will resolve as well.
You watch Odysseus get yeeted through the blaster board through the next round.
Oh no, it's gonna be much better than that, my friend. Oh, don't you fucking worry.
Our good boy points get reset to 0.
Yes,
They do.
if someone could happily reset those, I would be very appreciative.
Do it right now.
Thank
Go.
you kindly.
Yes. That's funny.
I like.
What?
Nothing at all.
What did you roll?
I rolled 5d6. So 5 icons for my strength.
Oh my.
Alright. 2 6s. Not bad.
Odysseus,
Yes.
you are looking at your longtime friend
Vico, my cousin. Yes.
when you are grappled by something that you cannot see. The rest of you see this abomination leap upon him, grabbing him and holding a single talon to his neck. Just close enough to pierce the near bulletproof flesh right above his collarbone. And it freezes for a moment. What would you like to do?
I raise my last gun and I shoot it.
Spit it the fuck up.
Alrighty.
Oh, what was the noble trying to do?
What is the noble trying to do in this situation? Well, we've
Sprint towards and shoot the fucker as well.
so in
Fair,
this situation,
fair,
combat
fair.
is then engaging. Therefore,
I would like to run to Odysseus though.
okay. So
And
That's
shank the space marine.
You gotta be ready
Understood.
to
Yeah, I'm gonna
put that
start
artery
stabbing you
full
as
of
well.
cotton wool.
in this, I like this. So in this situation, we are going to have combat. Since Kryza, you're the one that spoke first, I'm going to have you act first, if you do not mind.
It's fine.
I hope you don't mind if we're going to use Odysseus as cover here, technically.
Can I shoot through Odysseus?
Yes, you can.
I like to shoot through Odysseus.
Okay. For the purposes of this, we are going to say that Odysseus is going to count as, I'm going to say, heavy materials. Well, no, let's say medium
that's fair.
materials. Yeah, that's
Bitch, alright.
steel sheeting and
Good too.
flagboard.
That's fine, that's fine.
Well, no, as a space marine, I say he may be in fact heavy materials. For example, a
Sure.
flat steel barricade, a permacrete wall, or a security door.
That affects to hit, doesn't it?
That affects the resiliency bonus.
Oh fuck no, I'm not shooting through him. I got a fucking flashlight.
Yeah, you got a flashlight, buddy.
I gotta aim for the head, right?
Yes, he has partial cover.
That's alright. The days again.
Would you like to make a cold shot?
Harder to hit, more damage.
Harder to hit, more damage?
How much harder to hit?
I think it's a 1d6 for
So
every
cold
one.
shot is +1 extra dice for every +1 you add to the target's defense. And
Nah.
depending...
I can't afford that shit. Can't sway it behind cover.
Cunt is already behind cover, that is true. So he has got partial cover.
It's 5 successes.
5 successes.
Nice.
Okay. Now just to double check, you didn't roll a fucking ruin, did you? No, you didn't.
Nope.
Because if you did, you'd have fucking shot it. You could have shot Odysseus, and that would have
That's
been...
fine. He's a space marine. I've got a flashlight.
He is a
Not
space
worried.
marine. Okay. 5, did you say?
5 successes.
Yes, that in fact does strike the beast. What, my friend? No, wait, no, it doesn't actually. Sorry. Cover.
It has more than 5
It's
defense?
got cover.
Cover's
Oh.
not that good, is it?
Oh, what? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Given he's an extra tough boy to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with the cover, yeah.
Might be. Oh well. Yeah, I missed.
I mean, I've
Alright,
only just got my defense to 4. So,
And you are player
Damn.
characters with power armor.
That's very defensive, but 4.
Yeah. It's got that.
Imagine
defense.
I just shoot Odysseus in the pauldron and it fizzles and you go, fuck, missed.
Yeah, it quickly dashes down and then springs back up again and just starts. Odysseus, you can now hear it whispering in your ear.
Shit. Ah!
Curious.
Cease, Yosef.
A curious mind indeed. As altered in the flesh as I am, I can make you
Taste.
so much more. I can
Thomas Chapless.
feel every neuron flickering within you. Did you know that with a
Died
single
about
thought I could
large
make you a
souls.
murderer? Just all that kind of little whispers that it's making in your fucking ear. Since there is one of it, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fucking 6 of you, can we get another person, please? Who would like to go next?
um,
I think
Yeah, I
Joe's
don't mind.
second.
Okay, yeah.
or,
Yeah,
oh, you want to go?
boy. I do, please.
On you go.
Adrenal gland. We're in combat, right?
Yes, you do not need to use your adrenal gland at the moment because this is you're outnumbering it severely. So this is still
Oh,
your
okay.
guys' round.
See, I'm gonna run into. It's probably not gonna do too much, but what I do want to do
Mm-hmm.
is at least get its attention.
Okay.
So, do you think a shot will distract it a little bit, or do you think
Well,
it's better equipped with something else?
that is interesting. So what you're technically attempting to do here is an interaction attack to gain its attention.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
In that situation, interaction attacks are page 190.
Actually using a fucking skill for this.
Yes. So
We ever done an interaction attack yet? I don't think we
I
have.
think Will's done a couple, or not Will, Joe's done a couple of them in the past, and I think Kryza has also
Fair.
attempted to do some as well. So, while the characters can use their skills to trick, disorient, stun, or otherwise hinder a target, leaving them vulnerable. The difficulty for an interaction attack is the foe's opposing skill rating or resolve, whichever is higher. The difficulty to use an intimidate interaction attack, for example, is either the foe's intimidation or resolve. So, you're attempting to distract the target, yes?
Yeah, almost like to loosen the script slightly and lose just a little bit of focus, so it makes it easier for our happy chaps to probably take it slightly from unawares rather.
In that situation, then, I would suggest... You can either utilize a deception, an intimidation, a cunning, I would imagine as well, yeah, probably cunning, or, yeah, I think those three will do.
I feel like a child in a sweet shop.
When you gonna pick?
Which one are you going to pick, buddy?
Deception.
We're going to attempt to deceive it.
6
Yeah.
icons. Nice. Let's see.
We are
Excuse
going
me.
bless you. We are going to see which of you has the highest deception.
Opposing skill rating or resolve?
Okay. Please roll me. Oh, you already rolled it. Fucking Christ. Okay. Would you like to shift one of those icons?
What do you think, guys? Should I shift a cheeky little icon?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I think we need all the help we can get right now.
Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, okay, we'll do a shifted icon, yeah.
What would you like to shift
Ooh.
the icon to?
How many icons can I shift?
You can shift one icon, as you only
Ah,
rolled
piss.
6. So,
I was
whatever you
going to
shift-
say, if I had 2, I'd be able to do an extra, give it an extra disability through Dirty Fighter. No matter. I mean, having a blind patriarch is also pretty handy, right?
This is true.
But even still, I suppose if I can, hopefully. What do you think, guys? What should we shift it to? An extra good boy point, or do you think we should make it last longer?
Yeah, like I'm trying to. Yeah, like last longer, or just shifting it for glory. I'd say glory, but that's just me.
And the rest of you folks, here's a democratic decision.
Your choice.
In the end, yes. In that case, we'll get another good boy point then.
Another
Does
good
that
one.
mean someone else could go after?
Yes. So with this, you're making a decision right now. You're choosing either to make it hindered, which means you increase the difficulty for all of its tests by 1, or you can make it vulnerable, which decreases its defense by 1.
Let's make it vulnerable.
Vulnerable. You are actively distracting it. What do you say to this
Yes.
creature?
Look at you, low corrosive lump of fecal horror. You will never, ever measure up to grandfather. Look at you, you skulked in the sluice where he would reign upon high. You call yourself an angel, you are naught but a false messiah. You have no power here, you dirty, disgusting degenerate. And it took one of your own, your kin, a cousin, hell, I may as well be your uncle, and you dare think that I should call you patriarch? What a joke! The sacrifice I put into this, and suddenly you think you're my peer, let alone my scion. To the hells with you! If there's any stain you wish to remove from this station, it shouldn't be these sleepers. It should be me, the living example of what you could never, ever achieve.
Wow.
You
I'd say
see,
that's pretty distracting.
you see it start slinking around the top of Odysseus. It places one large great claw on Odysseus's head to gain more
Oh.
leverage as it just starts lifting itself up around your back in order to fucking pounce on you at its next available moment, which has left it pretty open.
You want mate?
You reminded me of Legend there. Like, a shooter is a fucking shooter.
Fucking-
Wankers.
Fucking
Waste of my-
embarrassing. Waste of my time.
I do love that Zephaniah's like thing to really piss it off. It boils down to "You're not my real dad."
You're just my
Basically, yeah.
step patriarch.
That was fucking good, Joe.
That was very
Thank
good.
you very much.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
Is Odysseus damaged? Sorry.
At this
He's about to be.
at this current moment, he is not.
No, it's okay. I'm just anticipating damage being done to
Oh,
Odysseus.
you could
It's just-
save the
it's just-
spaceman's
oh.
life and rub it in his
Oh.
face for a turn.
Ow,
Yeah, you're getting little scratch marks
Yeah.
up from the
Ow.
claws that are going through your brain.
ow, ow, Nico, what are you doing? Ow.
Nico,
If you
Nico, please stop
Don't
kissing me like
mind.
that. What was that?
Go for it.
Is that okay?
Yes, you can
Go
go
for
if you do so choose.
I'm going to run up to shoot it with the bolt pistol and slash the bolt gun, sorry, and slash at it with my chainsword.
Okay. So you run up, firing as you fucking go blindly.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a good boy point.
Yes, that very
Are you
much.
shooting
I
through
love that we call
Odysseus?
it good boy points. Are you shooting through Odysseus or are you shooting around Odysseus?
I'm going to shoot around Odysseus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Also, do I have enough that I can shift one of those icons?
Very
7,
much so,
8,
yes.
9. Yeah, you have 9 icons there. Fuck.
Yes, you can fucking shift 2 of them.
Do damage? Oh, good
Yes,
boy.
I would like to.
Shift 2 for 2 extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, do it.
And damage.
Nice.
So
Nice.
because that's yeah. So because it's brutal, that counts as an extra 4 damage. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's
Jesus.
14 damage. on the
14
first
damage.
attack.
Oh, sorry. What's your two? Yeah, 14 damage in total. Okay, let me just check here. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then I'd like to slash at him with my chainsword.
Okay. Okay, that also hits.
And another good boy point.
And another good boy point.
Damn!
Fucking hell.
So that's also another 4 damage.
That's 4 damage in total, yes?
It is.
It's extra 4 damage on top of her chainsword's
I
damage,
see.
which
so
is
DR, weapon DR plus adjusted, so that's 11, so that's 15.
15 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be okay. This thing is not enjoying the onslaught that is currently having to deal with right now. And
Oh.
it
Guys?
is-
Can we take the initiative?
Go for it. Seize the initiative.
Okay. You would
Before
like
he
to
goes.
seize the initiative, Glaive?
Go for it.
But it's you and
I'm doing
Fabienne
another wee
left.
thing. As I charge at it, firing my bolt gun and slashing down with my chainsword, I would like to say I will destroy you in the name of Saint Celestine.
Okay. You can.
And that gets me my wrath point.
Okay.
Can't believe she said that to Odysseus.
About right. It's about right.
Right to haul. Like, anyone's
Yeah.
roll 20 being a bit fucky wucky.
No, mine's is fine.
Mine's doing that wonderful thing where you need to click several times to move around.
Nope.
Woof.
Not got that problem.
It's a pain.
So who's
So-
seizing the initiative?
Avec moi, s'il vous plaît.
Leave.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
Yes.
I'm going multi-attack power, death cult power blades.
Okay. Fuck me. Okay.
That is a 7, 8, and woof, 11.
11.
Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
how many of the first attack can I shift?
Okay, just bear with me once. I just need to check something.
Is the fucking
Just
thing
give me a
dead?
second.
He's looking at how much health it's got
Just
left.
give me a fucking second here, alright? Okay.
Is he gonna pull a pro DM maneuver and just double health? Double hit.
Because I need to get this shit up. Okay.
Fuck! They're killing the BG before we can get it
We've
go.
got
Fuck!
a lot of shit on the table. We need to kill each other. This monster was ground zero, okay? Just day one.
You kill Odysseus as well, he's been affected.
Care if it's a Primarch. We've got a lot of infighting to do.
He's the main enemy. The main enemy is ourselves.
The main enemy is everyone else. Fuck it.
Enemy's not up there, boys. It's in here.
That's pretty poignant for the Imperium, though. That's pretty on brand. Yeah, that's fair. Fuck.
Right.
Wait, good Christ, bud.
What's its defense now?
Fucking give me 1 second, buddy.
We don't get to know what its defense is, just whether we hit or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just need to roll some things. Just fucking bear with me. Just need to roll some stuff, boys.
Don't
Just-
like that.
Just bear with me.
Roll how much damage a necked artery takes.
So I could shift one of my exalted icons to inflict the bleeding trait.
Oh.
As you slowly see Odysseus melt and dissolve.
Yeah, I would kill him. Yep.
Not too fair, no, you drink that
I
stuff for
mean,
breakfast.
to be fair, he has almost killed you once already, so.
Might as well do it a second time.
Mm.
Maybe then the sister will trust me.
That.
Yeah,
Me
you're gonna have-
too, haha.
One that trusts you and the other one that really, really hates you.
I can't win in this battle.
Nope.
Glaive, you come to two doors. One lies and one really fucking lies. Which do you choose? Like.
Okay.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. My brother loves big butts and cannot tell the truth. Solve our riddle.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry, you were saying?
Don't you? Can't fucking know.
Could I shift?
You can shift
Off.
two. You can shift 2 on the first one and 1, 2.
I have
You can
11
shift 1
on
on
the
2.
first.
Yeah, you can shift
Yeah.
2 on the first one, none on the second.
I will shift 1 for extra damage and 1 to inflict bleeding trait,
Okay,
as is my talent.
wondrous. Okay then.
Da 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 da.
Okay.
And then roll for damageo.
Okay.
So add that to the BD. Shadoink. First attack. Second attack. First attack is a total of 12. Second attack is a total of 12.
Okay, so that's
24 points.
okay.
Plus
just
bleeding.
So 12 damage each. Is there an AP on your?
-2.
Oh, Nathan. Oh, that makes a big difference, though, Nathan.
Yes, it does, Sean. Let me just...
The blood must flow. You know how to push your strikes inflict hemorrhaging injuries. You may spend an exalted icon when you successfully make an attack to inflict a bleeding condition to your target. You need to look up bleeding.
Yes, it is now bleeding. Okay. Oh,
That means if he tries to run away, we can follow the trail of blood.
Yeah.
It's true.
Makes it easier to track him.
and
Bleeding. Grievous wound difficult to treat. From you suffer 1 mortal wound at the end of each of your turns. Oh! It can be stopped with a successful toughness test, DN of 4, or if another character aids you with Medicaid skill. You attempt to medicate yourself, but do so at a 1 disadvantage.
Do you wanna handle some Medicaid?
You want to heal this thing?
Oh.
No, so
I don't
Nathan
think
has
that
to do a
was
toughness test
listening.
at the end.
Like, I know you're pretty radical, Will, but like,
I
Very
heard
good.
Medicaid, my ears pricked up like a dog.
So
I
bleeding,
heard
Nathan
the skill
has
I'm
to
good
do-
at.
okay, I can't.
I heal the
okay.
Xenos.
Can I get one at a time, please? Will, you were about to say something?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything important. Sorry.
Haggy, you were about to say something?
I was going to say, so at the end of your turn, you have to do a toughness test with a DN. I take it
That's difficulty.
yeah, you have to, of 4.
Okay.
Otherwise, you suffer a mortal wound at the end of every turn you have.
Okay. So this creature is exhausted. No.
Oh.
You could tell that it is incredibly fatigued. And it is looking at you and is going to okay, let's see if it didn't do that. Okay, which means it is only going to be able to, oh fucking god damn it. It is going to attempt to fall back. So, it's going to use its combat action to fall back in close combat without any number of threats, and then may use its movement without suffering reflexive attacks from engaged threats. Okay.
So no reflex acts, even though it climbs back over Sean.
It is essentially realizing that it is incredibly outnumbered and outgunned, and it is doing a sick pirouette backflip off of Sean.
That's literally what I pictured.
There's a sick fucking. It pushes off with its 4 arms and massive legs. Does an awesome pirouette backflip, and just grabs onto the ceiling and starts fucking away. And we're going to pass to the last member of the fucking team.
Roll your dice.
DN4 toughness.
Fuck. Thank you for reminding me.
Falls off the ceiling and drops in a puddle, then yay!
Fucking right! Because mortal wounds ignore resilience.
It jumps up, grabs the ledge, only for the ligaments between the arms just to fall apart and to roll around in a big sprawling pile.
It does pass. So what happens when it passes?
Yeah, does the effect end, Haggy, or does it just not suffer on this turn?
Good question. Bleeding can be stopped with a successful toughness. It's stopped.
Okay, so it's stopped for now. Okay.
Mm.
I do believe the last person to act is now William.
Me, yeah. I could shoot with a las pistol.
Yes, you could.
Whether I'd be good at it or not is a different thing.
That is a good question. So,
You know what?
is that the only melee thing? Is that the only ranged weapon you have?
Yeah.
Let's just check.
If Wrath and Glory's taught me anything, it's always the last pistol is the final wound.
Would you like to attempt to fire at it?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
I'll try. Okay.
Okay.
Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Extra good boy point.
Nice.
Who's
Do I
fucking
do
type?
damage?
Stop fucking! I swear to God.
What?
Nope, don't worry about that. How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Shut the fuck up. Wait, no, that's
that's
just a hit, Nathan.
That's just a hit, yeah.
Yeah, it had fucking 1. It was fucked. The
So
last
that
pistol has
feels
what? How much
great.
damage does the last pistol have? If it has higher than fucking...
7.
Yeah. So it has high... Oh wait, hang on. Actually. Hold
Base
on a
damage
second. then.
7. 1 dice. No armor pen.
Does it have... Well, roll that dice, buddy.
Has 8 damage. No pen.
That does it then.
Shut the fuck up! He gets it with the last
He gets it
pistol!
with the
It
last
feels really,
pistol.
really natural to me. This winning feels really natural to me. It's
Fuck.
nice to have
Yeah,
this.
just all this cool backflip, turrets away. And then Fabian just pulls the last person and goes.
No, Fabian just pulls
I'm
out that
legit-
pistol and just fires it directly up.
Yeah, the fuck ton of damage the rest of us did just means absolutely fuck all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
Yes.
guys for doing whatever you guys were doing. I think I really, really just carried a team there. I'm really
You're
glad you
the
guys
real
watched.
heroes.
You guys are the real heroes, guys. You guys with
You
Grimey
whittled it down to such an extent that I went through all of its own personal ruin and then had to use one of my own.
It does a backflip. It tries to backflip away mid backflip. I shoot that goddamn thing.
It collapses to the ground in front of you. And it looks up at you. And it just coughs. My death matters not. I have already won.
You're correct. Your
And
death
dies.
does matter not. And then I get my chain blade and I cut the back of its neck just in case.
Fucking sick. It is very dead.
I would like to imagine that after all the hacking and slashing that Evangeline and Glaive did in front of Odysseus, that Odysseus is just like caked in blood and viscera
100%.
all over him before like he snaps back or anything.
I've successfully
Blood
snapped
raving
back
to
my
World Eater in one blink of an eye.
So, am I back, Jason?
Yes, you are back.
Just like look around, stumble forward. I just throw up a wee bit.
But you physically couldn't throw up. Oh no, you can, but it causes acid damage. Never mind.
What? You got it. What the?
Just gonna walk up to you there, Odysseus, put my hand on your shoulder and go, "It's never easy, is it?
What? What are you
Let
talking
it
about?
all out. It will pass. It's only temporary."
I hope you're talking about the psychic hold that it had on my brain and not the actual fighting, right?
Well, of course.
Uh-huh.
First time.
I was affected like that, at least. Yes.
As you're standing around, kind of conversing, you are bearing witness to the fact that there are quite a few civilians that have stopped the fleeing and screaming and standing around a mute horror that they were doing previously, and they are all now kind of semi-cautiously keeping their distance, yes, but approaching.
It turns to like a fuck off, back to your station. What the fuck did you do? Fuck, leave, scram.
Okay, I'm going to need a
Do
leadership,
leadership,
please.
I'm gonna help.
Engrave, intimidate, and turn and hiss at
Like,
them was an
as
assist.
as someone who has extremely high leadership, can I not just banish these people away?
How is your leadership also high?
My
I'm
leadership's
still
very
shouting at
high.
them, but
Oh, you're just like firing into the air with your fucking last gun.
I don't find you there. I just stand there like a guard. I'm like, fuck out of here, leave.
I
What the
Paul,
fuck do you think you're doing, Imperial citizen? Leave.
Paul, I thought you were going to say it's the air. No, it's the crowd.
No.
Bloody Sunday, here we go, boys.
Jesus.
Okay. Can I
Come
get
out, you Marvin Blues.
Can I get another leadership test as well from somebody else?
I
Or an
will. I don't
intimidation.
mind.
Can I intimidate assist?
Yes. So we're doing
Uh,
intimidate from Kryzak. We're doing leadership from Fabian and Zephaniah.
Oh, that's strong.
So
Yeah.
Kryzak,
Fucking about.
intimidation.
Yeah. What do you think of that? 10 of them, boys.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, we're pretty intimidated.
Yes.
Goev's intimidation is just going, ladies and gentlemen, can you please move away from the scene?
Yeah, I was gonna
Just
say you've got
welcome
a
'em.
creep with double swords. You've got two sisters, and a fucking space
Double.
alien speak and a noble.
The crowd incredibly quickly disperses, running back to their to their fucking hovels that are all in this corridor. You even see ones further away running back to the manufacturing room on either side of this corridor. You actually see the priest that Odysseus was conversing with previously, like actually trip over his robes and fucking land, drop his holy book and his hat. He fucking quickly stumbles back up and moves out of the way of the enforcers that are doing a quick jog up to this position at the moment. With the leadership skills that you have so far performed, they are going to slow quickly as well, and like say like, oh, that's their fucking official business going on with a fucking space marine and sisters of battle and stuff. They quickly start scanning the area for any other additional threats before one jogs up to you all.
What's happening, Nathan? Can I rip the head off of this thing, please?
Yeah, you're gonna put it on some spikes on your pauldrons?
No,
Turn to
Not
the
yet.
person.
that's a few
That-
years from now.
His
Who's approaching? Sorry.
He is an enforcer. He is a member of the guard that are on this station. Like, he's a cop. He's a fucking cop.
What's that?
I turn to this enforcer and go, "What do you want?"
He is... blessings upon you, sister. That we were given a distress signal from this area.
Well, the situation's been handled. Please escort the crowd away from the area and back to their stations.
Who alerted the distress signal?
There's emergency beacons in the manufactorums nearby. Some of the citizens alerted.
Nearby. So not in our direct vicinity. Not in the area of this hovel.
He's like gesticulating around. He does turn to his fucking...
I lean up and I'm like, sister, I don't think it's hard to hear the bolter fire.
I just merely wish to know how far away this manufactorum was for someone to know exactly. Just come here. Call me skeptical on them.
Take a sample off his blood just to be sure.
He's going to turn to his men and he's just going to go, and they are going to begin escorting the fucking hovel back to the hovel and people back to their hovels, and he's going to go, turn back to you again and go, apologies, sister. There's a manufactorum down there where they manufacture machine parts for the station, and a manufactorum down this way, end of the corridor as well.
Was any wounded?
No wounded. You seem to have taken care of the threat quite readily.
Of course we did. I turn away.
So a moment of your time, sister.
Speak.
The Baron has had us on the lookout for individuals which match your description. He has been requesting an audience.
I have been meaning to talk to the Baron also. Could you tell us a way to get there as quick as possible?
We can transport you in our transporters. We would have some nearby.
Very kind of you.
He does a quick curt nod, and will escort you all to the station transporters, which are essentially larger versions of golf carts, which
Sick.
these fucking guys would drive around in because they're not fucking everywhere.
Nathan,
Zimbodi.
Yes.
I would like to come walking out of the building, head in one hand, the last cannon in the other. Enforcers, attention, please.
Yeah.
That room right there. I want a fumigator squad in there by the end of the day. Remove any traces of it immediately. Understood?
Sir, we'll post guards until then to stop the citizenry from interrupting.
Good. Hold on. Alright.
And please take this body to the ecclesiarchy.
You want it preserved?
I think it would be useful to first study to understand the enemy.
Quite correct, sister. I would agree with you. I will perform an autopsy on the creature, given the time.
With that in mind, enforcers, allow the ecclesiarchy to move the body and then get the fumigator squad in.
I will contact St. Vardis directly.
Thank you. Now let's go deliver our prize. Let's put the head on the fucking hood of the golf cart, basically.
What a lovely day.
This enforcer stays behind to ensure operational security, whilst talking on a fucking comm bead to a bunch of people at once, and just realizing he's having a shit day now.
The amount of paperwork this poor fucker is gonna have to do.
No, he doesn't. He just gives it to an administrative worker, and then an administrative worker spends his entire life cataloging the incident.
That one day, yeah, fair.
Yeah, that one day, that administrative worker will spend the rest of his life cataloging that, and be happy to do so. And you are all quite directly driven to the central command structure of Galahad Station, where you have...
As we are transiting, I'd like to turn to Regis and say, "You alright?"
Talking to me?
Stare. Wait, sorry, you're addressing me?
No, I was addressing Regis. Odysseus, sorry. Odysseus, why did I call you Regis?
called the wrong name out.
I think that's a bully point there, Cat.
Yeah, that's a bully point, Cat. That's a bully point. Good fucking job.
Good one, Cecily. Wait a minute.
Glass houses, Katrina. Glass fucking houses.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not the one that imposed the good boy point every time you got my name wrong.
Oh, that's true. I made that rule up. I will not impose a bully point for you fucking calling Odysseus Regis.
If she does it again, you have to though.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I would agree on
100%.
that. I get one free pass and then
Yeah,
that's
one
it.
free pass. Man, that's
Odysseus.
fucking funny though.
I'm fine. Just a bit out of it as well.
Hmm.
The chapter teaches us to endure some psychic attacks. Blood race specifically. Problem is
See.
that it was a bit more malicious than I was expecting.
If you hope to steal your mind, if you hope to survive, you must learn to steel your mind against such things.
Simply put, hard to implement. But I appreciate the step. Thank you. Thank you. I will
Their
have my
prayer needs
brothers.
is angels.
This is true. I will mention it to Librarius to induct me to more rigorous processes once I get back to my battle lodge. Does that sound like a fair deal?
Of course.
Well, it depends. As long as I get off the station with my pedigree intact. But that's neither here nor there. Sir, how long?
We will be there within 10 minutes, my lord. He's just like fucking. He's hearing like interpersonal problems from a space marine behind him. He's freaking out.
I was like tapping him on the shoulder. Like, you didn't hear anything, right? Didn't see anything. You know nothing.
He just goes, and you just see his helmet fucking rattle as he shakes his head. Yeah. Okay. So eventually you're escorted to the Central Command Spire, which you have twice now had conversations with Sir Baron Bors, and you just head on up. Right on up
It's
you
the
go.
first time I've been to the Barons. Quite nice.
You up you go, up the Central Command Spire via Turbolift, which you have all previously gone again. Escorted once more
Right on.
into the Baron's office. You're like fucking. This is insane to you that you're here.
The scarf up to like hide my like fucking mutant mug and all this. Like,
Yeah. The door opens and the Baron is once again at his desk. He looks tired. His mutton chops are quickly melding into the unshaven rest of his face as he just looks exhausted, poring over notes upon his desk.
Baron, might we inquire as to why you have sent forces into the city looking for us specifically? Oh, and here's a problem solved. Head on his desk.
He lets out the largest sigh of relief you've ever heard from a human being.
So this was a real task.
Was it?
At the time that I employed you all, that was not your task. I had no knowledge that such a creature was aboard the station.
We
Hey,
want
this-
to get closer to achieving the real task.
Yes, you can incite that. Yes.
Yeah, that's a bold claim. No knowledge of it.
3 successes.
3 successes. You know that. How do I fit this?
I've known the family's been here for a long time. This guy definitely he knew something.
So the Baron turned up on this station after the removal of a large portion of the family. Okay? So that was the Baron turned up about 5 years ago after the RBT swept through this station like a fucking fire.
But even after that, the family's like still
The
a
family
known gang.
still existed,
Like,
yes.
he doesn't know about anything about the Gene Stealers.
Yes.
Fucking jumping from rooftop to rooftop about
Yes,
the place.
you can tell that he knows something, but you can tell that he had no knowledge that such a creature as this existed.
He didn't know that. Patriarchy is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know what the fuck this thing is.
Sure.
Okay. So, yeah, that's what he says. I had no knowledge that such a beast like this existed upon the station. I had simply requested that you find the weapons cache, which, may I inquire as to the progress of such an endeavor?
We have a really good idea as to the location of said container.
Okay.
Our
Can I,
search was interrupted by that.
Can I use my paranoid skill, Nathan?
Yes, you can.
I would
Skill?
like to tap one of my contacts this session to know the location of the container. If they know it. I've
Would you like
friends
that?
they-
Would you,
they
would you like
charge-
that? Would you like that resolved right now, or would you like that resolved after this RP?
You can do it after. Depends. Yeah, do it after the RP.
Okay.
You roll a secret fellowship test.
Okay. So yeah, you just you know, it's I would suggest pursuing this with all haste. This situation is becoming more and more dire with every day. The arbitrator ship is soon going to be in dock, and we need to find this container and the weapons therein before it arrives.
What information have they given you, Baron?
The Arbidi ship?
Yes, you're far more cautious than. Well, as cautious isn't that word. Panicked is the correct word. Why?
The ship seems to be called the Dollar Imperium. It is commanded by a marshal known as Rodvar. You don't send a marshal this far out into space for a container. I want this station looking perfect by the time they arrive. The removal of this thing, and he just pokes the fucking thing with like his side of a pen, is one step towards that goal.
And what implies perfect, dear Baron? What is a spotless station in your eyes? Just curious.
A station that is running at peak efficiency and requires no further investigation.
Some holes you just can't plug, I'm afraid.
I would like to remind you, Lord, that the last Arbites captain that decided to investigate the ship never returned.
Oh no, I'm very aware of that. And I find it very amusing. Yeah.
I don't know what he found here, and I would not like to stir it up.
Quite right, Baron. Glaring at you, Odysseus.
Unless you want to keep this head to be mounted, Baron, I'm going to take this as a trophy. Do you mind?
We require that for our studies.
You want this as well? Fine.
I'm afraid the corpse of the Xeno is now owned by the Adeptus Sororitas, Odysseus.
I don't think.
Moonman have taken over from you completely.
Yeah, that's good. I own this fucking buddy. I love. Like, I'm gonna start calling this group of people the fucking carrion kings for the fight over bodies.
Bloody magpie! Yeah, fine.
Point is, with this creature's demise, I think I agree with you, Baron. We are one step closer to making sure this place is all ship-shape and, well, Bristol doesn't exist here, so not the very Bristol fashion. You know what I mean. Point is,
Yes, the
making
Bristol
sure this
system. I
place.
remember it well.
Yes. Terrible accent. But anyway, point is, I suppose at the end of a cycle, we'll end up having to find this and making sure that there aren't any more loose ends or complications. But seeing as how it is a service we are rendering unto you, plus given the full effect and the breadth of our work here, you can bet every bottom gelt that you have, even the ones stashed away, but we, as most certainly, negotiating to something a lot more substantial than the rather paltry piecemeal payment you were thinking of scheduling onto us. As if you didn't know this threat existed to begin with.
Galahad Station, as if I did not know this threat existed. He just kind of looks at you. Galahad Station will offer you its full recompense for this task.
Deal.
Wondrous. Please, with due haste, I must encourage you.
Baron, if it would be quite alright, might I suggest a retinue of the most faithful do a sweep of the city prior to the Arbites' arrival?
I have already employed my entire garrison of enforcers throughout the city. There's been unpleasant talk. They've been scouring the city for beasts such as these, but they've also been scouring for this rogue inquisitor also. They've came under no they've found nothing as of yet. We have had some issues
Speak freely.
I think you may actually be able to assist with it yourself, sister. We've had unexplained deaths in the past 24 hours.
Don't
Right.
look at me. I've been with you guys.
No,
Likewise.
people have been dropping dead. I have Medicaid looking into it, but they have not been able to find anything as of yet.
Leave this task to me, Baron.
Thank you. Alright. Is there anything else?
No.
How long's on the
Nobody's-
clock before the police get?
The station crested the Mendeleev point at approximately 2 days ago. It should be here within 4 days.
And do you intend to stay?
I intend to hold this station to my dying breath unless I am commanded otherwise.
He gives you like a raised eyebrow tilt head, like,
He nearly says something and then just decides against it. I shall not keep you. Thank you all.
Indeed. We'll all be around for low sticks and Amasek before you know it. Tatty bye.
Emperor protects, Baron.
The Emperor protects.
I fucking shuffle out of the room as fast as I
Leave.
can.
I like the idea that you were sitting at the back the whole time and not and trying to be like, don't
Yeah, I'm
fucking-
standing behind Odysseus and the Sisters of Battle, like behind trying not to be spotted, just like fucking shuffling out of sight every time I can.
So he doesn't. He's not like, what the fuck is that thing?
Don't notice the mutant. Don't notice the mutant.
Okay. So, what would you all like to do now?
I
Autopsy.
call
Autopsy.
my
Sorry.
contact.
Okay. Contact first. if you
We
don't
walk
mind.
out of the door, I like pull out the phone that connects to the Inquisitor, fucking plug it in
Okay.
to my Voxcaster, and give him a ring.
You're giving the Inquisitor a ring.
Mm.
Okay. So this is the contact you wish to
This
utilize.
is this is the contact I wish to utilize to see if they know where the
Hey.
box is.
Oh,
Hey, that's actually not a bad idea.
If anybody's gonna know, I don't really want to get purged. So
yeah.
True.
Do you hear the line connect and it just goes speak.
hello, this is Kreiser. We talked earlier. I was wondering, do you happen to know where the crate full of weapons is going? We have a fair idea of its general location, but time is becoming quite tight.
I've got to ask Kraiser what you're looking for with this.
I'd quite like that to get purged by the RBTs coming to the station. I mean, really, that's the main thing. Like, I don't really care what happens with the weapons as long as I don't get shot. Figure, you're probably the best person to call. Everybody's gonna know it's gonna be you, right?
Well, Kraiser, I've got a proposition for you, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I can give you the location of the weapons, but you're going to need quite a big force to get them.
I've got a couple of those. Aye.
You send down a good force to find them and to bring back the man that holds them.
I
That is
think-
the
aye.
agreement. And you
Yeah, I could
throw,
probably handle that. Aye.
and you take him to the Baron. Are we in agreement?
No. Okay. Yes. I take him to the barn. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. You keep this Foxcaster on.
This okay. Yeah, sure. It's fine.
It'll lead you to where you need to go.
Oh, okay. Thanks very much, I guess.
The line goes dead.
Got you hung up. Thought
She
you
hung
would. Does anything happen to the Voxcaster? Like, look at it. Like, I don't hear like any beeping through my headset or anything.
So, which Voxcaster did you use to call her? Was it yours?
I plugged the phone into like my Vox pack.
So the phone, calculator, compass, and Aquila Lander, the video game TM, does have a compass function on it, which out in space isn't used to point to north. It's pointing. It seems to calibrate itself to point to where you need to go. And it has
Look at
done
that. Everybody heard this, by the way. I'm like standing outside the Baron's office.
so. Okay.
Everybody was there, but I'm just like, well, I know what the weapons are.
Huh.
I
capital.
turn to Evangeline, and I mean, I know I mentioned to the Baron, but there is an army of the faithful ready to do the Emperor's bidding. This is an important job, securing his crate. Surely, we could ask politely for the cathedral.
I believe the Baron wanted to try and keep this operation discreet.
I will say, out of character, judging from the fact that he now has enforcers that are charging around the entirety of the station asking about the crate, I think he has reduced that pretext slightly. So you can
Sister,
do
what
with that
I-
information what you wilt.
Sister, what I mean is, it does the people of the station good to see the ecclesiastical force merely have them as informants, or
course.
get sisters of the Famulus house to
Of course,
maybe look around.
you are correct.
I will get on with that, with my
We can
who I know.
utilize them in our search. We can split them up and do a grid by grid search of the areas that we believe the crate to be located.
And sister, before I go to perform the autopsy,
Oh, you might
my
need to-
words were hasty. You do
Go.
not disgrace the army you were.
Thank you, sister. I know that things are complicated.
Our situation is not ideal, but we, through our faith, must work through it.
Of course, sister.
'Tis our charge.
You'll need
If
this. Throw head.
Catch it perfectly. Do a backflip.
I'm certainly interested to know what you learn from.
I beg of you, watch. It's quite fascinating, knowing what you're up against.
Right.
Indeed, I would be delighted, but I believe I should probably go and help coordinate our forces.
You go. You get to start on that. I'll lend a hand as much as I can afterwards.
Of course.
Well, I'm going to
Emperor
go get
protects,
this ammo.
sister.
Emperor protects.
So
I want to come with me, borrow some engine sears, see if we can get some ammo.
Where are you going?
The Mechanicus. I need some ammo.
Certainly, unless the sister requires my assistance during the autopsy.
The Mechanicus is going to be my scene, so you go on ahead.
I would love to visit. If you could request a couple of clips from my bolt pistol, that would be much appreciated. I must begin mobilizing our forces.
Guardsman, do you need any last rounds?
I
Last
can
pens?
get some last rounds, but I know where the box is.
Apparently they want to do an autopsy first, so fuck it, might as well make ourselves useful, I guess.
Friday, you're with
My
me then.
mutant friend,
Guiding
I should
our-
go with you.
Tell me where to coordinate our forces
Apologies,
to
if my name.
secure.
What's
I
that?
mean, that just leads me to it.
Also, sister, it may not be wise to bring someone of a certain condition within consecrated grounds.
She can wait outside.
We're being compassionate enough as it is, keeping it alive.
Yes, but it is very useful.
Sister, here. This may help you in aiding to genetically wipe out these creatures. And I give her a vial of the patriarch's blood.
Thank you, Glaive. Actually, thank you. I will see what use I can manufacture or glean from the sample.
Kryza, you're with me to coordinate our forces to secure the container.
Can we go now, or
We will go via the Ecclesiarchate.
you just said I couldn't go in there?
Yes, you could wait outside.
There is a convent which is no longer. Can I?
She does
use
not
the-
believe. He's like,
can
oh,
I-
you went outside and it'll be fine. And she's like, no, well, I'm gonna get
Can
beaten on
I-
the street, and I know
can
I
I-
am.
Can I do one of those things where I make something up using a thing?
Yeah. Like, put a fire hydrant outside where you can tie them up with the other dogs.
For like a misused, like not misused, but like a unused little.
How
old
about I just
convent.
meet you at the turbo lifts before we go down into the lower depths? How about that?
Perfect idea, Godsman. You do that.
Excellent.
That way I can get some
EJCs,
ammo
can
in
we
my way
count
as
on
well.
you?
Hmm?
I will meet you at the turbo lifts then.
Zeph, Zephaniah,
Mm.
what's your plan?
Well, I think again the crate does take quite a bit of precedence. I'm
Mhm.
going where Krazer is.
I'm gonna totally go romp you two. I'm going to the Mechanicus.
I
You
will
do
join
not
you, Angel.
set foot.
So
Cool.
it seems I shall escort you back to the Ecclesiarchy, at which point I will leave you to the autopsy and I will request a unit to secure the container.
I will see what units I can manage to procure as well. Perhaps some of the artifacts in the cathedral's basement could be coming in useful.
Perhaps.
Alright, assassin, let's go.
So, we'll go with the Odysseus et al. For now, if you don't mind, and then flip to everybody else. So,
I was just hoping to do a fucking roll just to see if I can get some ammo.
okay.
I would like to point out, though, to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
Will is going to the Ecclesiarchy to do autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
Kat is going to the Ecclesiarchy, then going to mobilize the forces. Kryza is getting taken. Paul is getting taken along to go
No, I'm
mobilize the forces.
I'm
No?
going to the pub. I'm not going to there. I'm not getting
No.
fucking stabbed.
Not allowed in.
Who's
Definitely
gonna
not
meet us
allowed
at
in.
the turbo lifts when we've
I'm gonna get beaten by Jaharis outside.
So you're going to
got our
the,
resources?
so you're just fucking to the knackers yard, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're
Like,
letting,
I'm
Oh, you got kicked out of there.
You
Yeah, I did, but then they let me back in.
they let
Happens
you
a lot.
they kicked
Fair.
they kicked you out because you turned up with a fucking space marine and two
I
sisters of
didn't.
battle turned
The
up.
space marine turned up himself.
Yeah, and once you explain that fact, they're like, oh, okay, I guess.
I didn't bring them here.
the point I was making is that we're letting our newly found Gene Stealer friend just wander off into the abyss.
It's
I'll
only
be-
Zeph.
It'll be fine!
Then how about you escort him, Glaive?
Oh, too late.
How about you make sure
Narrative's
he
gone.
doesn't go back to the lifestyle?
He said the Mechanicus is at his depth. I'm going to the Mechanicus with the Space Marine.
Zeph's harmless. It's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Totally harmless. Don't worry
I mean,
about it.
grandfather's done. We just took the head of the family out. No one's in a powerful position to.
Yeah.
Sorry, just had to meta there because I thought it was quite funny.
It's fine.
It is.
Alright, well, we're making our way to the Mechanicus stronghold. Just
Okay.
slightly shoulder glaive. That's a good thing we got out of that. I didn't want
I'm
to be
gonna go
part.
for a more up market.
I didn't want to be part of a book burning today. So Nathan, can I just make an influence test to get some projectile ammo?
Yes, you can.
Cute. So, projectile ammo is value 1, rarity common, so that's +0, so it's just 1. So.
Okay.
Almost didn't get it. Almost didn't.
Almost
Okay.
didn't get any ammo.
Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Okay, what is that ammo for?
My sniper.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you keep track of ammo separately in the system, or do you just keep like a pool of ammo?
You just keep oops.
Okay. So
Yeah, so it's like reloads, and then once you're out of
Okay.
reloads, then you're out of ammo.
that's fine then. Okay.
I
Would you also like to do something?
yeah, I'm gonna take like oh, we're just down at the Mechanicus, aren't we though?
You're just down at the Mechanicus, yes.
Oof, what wares with the Mechanicus?
Well, the Mechanicus would have a lot of shit.
Because I am gonna trade for credit or whatever I can see that might aid the squad. The workman's tools that I found, the Imperial Aquila and the Wire Doll.
Okay. The Imperial Aquila and the Wire Doll are worthless. They
Fair
are
enough.
worth nothing. Because they were A, a trinket a peasant has, and B, a child's doll.
I found out I'll trade the workman's tools for wealth
Workman's
or influence.
tools. Okay, so you cannot trade for influence, however, you can trade for wealth. So let me just have a look, see here.
Does the Mechanicus have any stim doses?
A buy low just definitely would.
Might top up on some of them.
Oh, that's actually interesting. So ammo. So right, hang on. Let's just have a little look on the ammo sheet here. So let's just look at Marshall Rodford's fucking character sheet. Just bear with me a second. That's interesting. So the issue that we have right now is that ammo is specific. Okay? All kinds of ammo are considered to weigh the same. So you can carry 2 las ammo, a flame ammo, and a melta ammo if you had a strength 8. Each ammo only works with a weapon of the same type. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the problem we're having with reloads at the moment. See what I mean?
That's that.
Say that again, sorry. But
So you can't. Each ammo only works with ammo of the same type. So you can't use projectile ammo or shuriken ammo to reload a bolt weapon, for example.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's fine.
Problem is that whenever you go in and you buy some ammo, you just put it in your reloads.
yeah.
Oh,
There's
I go into the combat because I've now got the last cannon. I'm now using the equipment thing to differentiate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so where is that? Where do you
Just
have?
put it in as the separate ammo thing.
Yeah,
Where is
like
the
go
separate ammo
to
thing on the sheet?
no. Okay,
Just
so
put it in the equipment.
don't look at combat. Go to the equipment tab and then just add it in a separate gear asset.
Okay. I would appreciate it if you guys would do that.
Okay.
Why?
Just in case, especially for rare pieces of equipment. If you just use fucking las weapons or whatever, don't need to worry about it.
Oh, I've got last packs, bruh.
Okay, you just have las packs, that's fine. If, however, some of you have different types of weapons, for example, if you've got a bolt gun and a las gun, I would need you to start differentiating your ammunition.
I have a bolt gun and a bolt pistol. Does that count?
No,
It's different.
they use the same ammo.
Cool.
I know. So if you're okay with that,
Exact same caliber. Don't worry about it.
exact same caliber.
So I would have 3 reloads on my wasp pistol, or 3 wasp packs and 3 projectile packs for my stub cannon.
If you started off with
yes.
your sub cannon, yeah.
Yes, you have not reloaded once for your shit. So if you
Nope.
go into your equipment, if you can just put those in like that, that'll be fantastic. Fucking, you've got reloads for one and intimidation for the other. I love that.
Nah,
Okay. Since we've cleared all
just
that
because
up,
you're all
I just wanted to make sure that's clear for everybody before we go forward, just so that you don't accidentally fucking like get some like projectile ammo for rarity 1 and use it for a fucking melta or something later on. You know, you cram your fucking AK ammo into your melta gun that works. It won't work. Anyway, it depends. What are you looking for, Glaive?
well, one right, either wealth or stim doses.
Wealth or stim doses? Okay, so
And the workman's tools is the barter.
Workman's tools. Where are they here? Workman's tools. Hmm. I don't see these here. I believe, what value were they again?
No idea. You
Hmm.
basically said that you have some trinkets for trade. So I put them down as trade, and they were Workman's Tales, Imperial Quill, and Wired All.
Okay, so I believe that that would have just been something quite simple. So let's just put the workman's tools down as a. Let's just put those down as value 2 rarity common.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. So you can either just convert those directly into wealth if you like, or you can attempt to trade them for stim. Stim has value 3 rarity uncommon.
What would I need to roll again? What was that you would roll?
So you're rolling influence, but you would roll 2 extra dice if you wanted to spend those 2 value from your workman's tools. And what that is going to be is that is going to be 3d6 you're rolling. Your difficulty is 3d6, so you're rolling your influence plus 2d6, and you're trying to beat a total of 3.
Da, 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 da. Womp womp womp. Why is that? Oh no, it has.
Wonderful. So you rolled 2. Is that with your total influence?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does not reach the total for a stim. You do gain your wealth back because you didn't
Do I?
spend it. You didn't. I'm going to just give it back to you because you didn't spend it.
Fair enough.
If you know what I mean. Like that was not. You were not able to convince the Adeptus Mechanicus who is working in this research lab, who is loading Odysseus's ammunition to also attempt to give you a stim dose. I'm going to wait until Sean comes back because we need Sean for the bit that I was planning to do right fucking now.
Right, if he's
I
away
was
for a
gonna
pee, I'm going to
guess.
nip away for a piss.
Well, if you're away for a piss, I'm going to nip away for a piss as well, and maybe a cup of tea. So we could do a little break, guys, for a minute.
Disgusting.
Gonna tick.
I'll do
Alright, I'm
some-
gonna get myself a sandwich.
I'll be 2 shakes in a strangled ripper. How are you holding up, Cat?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing just fine and dandy.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Grabbing myself a drink. You want anything? I still have fond memories of that path you hosted.
Mm.
Granted, I
I'm
was
glad.
dying for most of them, but even still.
Yeah, I think we learned a valuable lesson there, Joe, didn't we?
Indeed, when I relearned when I went to Glasgow after having passed out on the train.
Oh dear.
It's okay. I got off Oxenholme. Anyway, back in a sec.
Cool.
Where's everyone gone?
To get cups of tea and...
Sorry, Kat, I couldn't hear you through the literal wall of static that was your mic.
Sorry, I said everybody went to get cups of tea and sandwiches.
Yes, everyone went to get cups of tea.
Sorry, Nathan. I didn't realize I caused a mass exodus. Apologies.
Yes, you did. You caused the mass exodus, including me, motherfucker.
Fair.
I'm making tea.
You were engaged in roleplay at the time, Sean, and you just buggered off.
Yes.
That is not
You were
true
engaged
at
in
all!
Roleplay. Yes, I was about to engage you in roleplay, and you escaped. You scarpered.
Do you want to roleplay me getting some Laz packs, Nathan?
Maybe you should try and fucking roleplay get some last packs, cunt.
Yeah, I want to get some Laz packs.
Okay, well we'll do that as soon as you fucking finish this.
So I walk into the local highway and I find 3 Laz packs lying on the ground, and I get 3 Laz packs. Nice, thank you, Nathan.
We'll see about that. Okay. Odysseus.
Nobody else is here.
Fucking son of a...
Did you get ammo for the rest of it? Like
Give me my Laz
after-
packs,
Yeah.
so we don't have to do this when everybody else is here.
Okay, right, give me a fucking requisition roll for some last packs then, please.
Can I use cunning?
Yes, you can, but do remember that if you use cunning, you will have to do a trade with actual wealth for them. Or
Yeah,
you'll
it's
have
three,
to
it's three Laz packs. I hand him a bag of chips, right?
Value for last pack is 2.
Is it?
2 common, yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Ammunition is rare in this subsector.
Oh, so it's increased from base?
No, that's no, it's not increased from base. The base ammunition value in this system, this actual like Wrath and Glory system, ammunition is rare.
Oh, I thought Laz packs were like really fucking common.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they're two. The rarity is common, but the lore of the fucking the lore of the expanse
Value.
the value themselves, they are more rare than they are in the rest of the Imperium.
So they're not common.
They are common. You fucking they're common.
No! What do you
Told me
mean?
they were rare!
God damn it.
Are they rare or are they common?
Bro, I'm just looking for some common Laz packs. I ain't looking for anything with like gilded fucking embossing on the side. Like, I'm not looking for flames up the side of it.
Roll me
Fast
They're
as
rarely
stripes.
common. That's it. They're rarely
They
common.
really are rare.
Rarely
Fucking
common.
hell.
roll me a cunning.
2 successes.
You succeed.
Yes, I get some Laz packs.
You're
Thank
able to.
God.
Well, no. If you're rolling cunning, are you rolling influence?
I'm really cunning.
You're rolling cunning.
I'm a
Therefore,
scum.
you have to convince them. You find another trader similar to Sloppy Joe. He is selling last packs, which do also appear to be brand new.
Right. I need some of the Laz packs. Can I get them?
Right. Crazy. It's been a while. You know how this works. I've got a family to feed too, bud.
I know. Well, I've got good information, and I don't have much time. So how many Laz packs do you have?
What do you got for me?
In how many days is it? How many days is it?
4 days.
In 4 days, the Arabides are going to come to the station and attempt to purge everybody. You might want to clean up your eye.
What?
So, Laz packs, please.
Give me a fucking give me a give me another cutting for this. Depending on the
There you go. Three successes.
Okay. He looks at you and he sees that you're legit.
Mm-hmm.
As in, they're coming on a ship.
Yes, apparently there's a admiral, something like that, some bigwig. Not people they send out here a lot. Gonna be bad.
Yeah, he pushes the 3 last packs towards you, and you actually see that on the side of one of them is another scratch inscription.
Actually, while we're here, can you get any other inventory you want to get rid of for that information? That was pretty valuable what I just give you. Nobody else knows really.
I gotta go. And he is like
come on,
picking,
come on, don't
he is
take
picking
all
up
your
shit.
stock.
He is absolutely fucking terrified right now.
Give me your shit. Come on.
Give me your shit. No, he's like, I gotta hide the kids. I gotta hide the kids. I gotta hide the wife. I gotta hide the other wife. I gotta go, crazy. And he's like fucking genuinely packing all of his shit up. And
What else has he got? He's got anything good there, Nathan? I could like swipe.
you want to try to steal shit? Would you like to
Yeah,
steal?
tell me what he's got.
You want to steal another las pack?
I mean, I just pick one up.
He's like
Like, I thought information was for far more than 3 las packs. You fucking kidding yourself? I think it's not.
oh, fine. And he just fucking he fucks off.
Fucking my last packs. Call the boys. I go, lads. Can you meet me at the turbo lift? They got a bit of an issue. I'd like to summon the boys, Nathan.
No problem at all. Before you do that, I do want to
come.
read something that I just read in the book.
Mhm.
Whenever you return to a location where you've made a successful influence test to acquire ammo, you can acquire the same ammo again without making an influence test.
Ah, there you go. Very
So
good.
that's something fun for the future. If you
Yeah,
guys
that's
ever
handy to know.
find a source of ammo,
Good thing I could never make influence tests because I'm a filthy mutant.
that's technically an influence test.
Is
I
it?
would say that you've
Oh, nice.
kind of, for the purposes of this, yes. So yeah, you want to round up all your ogrins and your ratlings and your fucking disgusting mutants and
Just
your
the squad.
humpbacks and your just the
squad.
squad.
Just the squad of boys.
Just the squad. Yep, you got your squad.
Just the squad.
Yep.
Everybody else is busy.
Okay. What
I'll
would you like
just
to do?
wait by the turbo lift for Evangeline.
Okay. Is everybody back, by the way? I think we're
I
missing.
would take that as a no. We're missing Harry and Will.
I mean, yeah,
We'll
they're
give,
still
it,
mute.
we'll give it till 10 past, and I'll go ahead.
And it looks like Sean's on the phone to someone.
In 3 minutes.
Fucking
Can't believe
classic
you've done
Sean,
this,
because I
Sean.
was literally going to go and do his RP thing right now. So it's look at him. Look at his he's don't look at the camera, Sean. Don't look at the camera, you're on the phone. Sean. Don't look at the camera, Sean. Don't look at the don't die, he's fucking looked at the camera, fuck's sake.
All I could think of was when you said don't look at the camera,
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to Communion with Machine Spirit. Like, Sean, don't look at the camera. And he just does.
Sorry, my mother called.
Classic.
Sorry. Oh god, don't fuck that clown. Sorry, Nathan. What are you saying?
It's totally fine. We're waiting until 10 past for everybody to get back, and if they don't, we'll just continue on. And let them catch up naturally.
Oh, okay, fair.
So, how you guys doing? You guys doing good?
Doing just fine and dandy.
Good.
All's well on the Western Front.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, if you were put into any game, what would it be? Like you yourself as Nathan, and indeed Sean.
To actually live
Kat,
in.
like you were isekai'd in a way, as it were. You know, you're playing a
Do I
game.
get to choose, or I just get chosen the one for me that like most suits?
I suppose you get to choose.
Because if
Question.
it's chosen for me, it's gonna
What
be
game we
it's gonna
get
be
dropped?
Deep Rock.
Yeah. Oh.
Are we talking about what game we get dropped into as ourselves?
Yeah.
If you
As
get
yourself,
isekai'd.
yes.
I
Okay.
don't. If I get dropped into any game, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, probably. I know.
Yeah. Well,
But-
question.
Well,
no. Question.
in real
Hey.
life, you're gonna die too.
Yes.
But I mean, no, like I'm gonna instantly die. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step and get mauled by a wolf or some shit like that,
What
and
sort
then
of
I'm
game
gonna
have you
die.
played? You ain't played Animal Crossing or like.
Animal
You played
Crossing,
Oblivion
I would,
once.
I would
right?
Listen,
either
if
choose,
I could choose, I'm 100% going for Stardew Valley.
Also,
I'm either doing Animal Crossing or Monopoly.
I get left a farm by my
fuck.
granda and don't have to pay rent in it.
A question about this, Joe. In the world that we get dropped into, are we the protagonist or not? Are we the chosen one of said game?
we'll say in-game values and in-game logic applies, and for all intents and purposes, I suppose you get to choose, really. If it's something like an RPG, you'll be the protagonist anyway. If it's something more like, say, Half-Life, when you have Gordon Freeman and all that, it's be more, well, you can probably have some wiggle room, like instead of him, maybe it's you, but it's probably more likely you're going to exist in this universe doing your own thing, like
Well,
your
that's
own
the case.
adventure.
If that's the case, Skyrim, 100%. I get the dragon ship.
There we
Fuck
go.
you, I
I
win.
Skyrim.
I honestly don't know because my IRL stats are probably
Hmm.
like my best stats are probably intelligence and constitution.
That's
Oh,
fair.
hell yes.
D-
Which
strength
one?
is non-existent. Dexterity is non-existent.
Sorry.
Punishment.
Awesome,
What is this?
charisma.
'Twas God's fairy
Mm.
flames. My eyes tell me lies, and you Elder Scrolls game.
I feel like Drew would
What
be
was-
really
what
fit
was-
really
what was
well
the
in Bloom's
question?
tower defense.
Oh yeah, he'd be one of those cool ones. Yeah.
Just fucking yeeting darts all day.
I subsist on a diet of monkey flesh and rubber.
This is not IRL, Drew. You're isekai in this. Come
Okay.
I know.
It is now 10 past. I scramble and grab all the cats, fucking drag them back together into the one room. We smash back to the Adeptus Mechanicus, little bubble which extends out to the side of Galahad Station, which Odysseus and Glaive are currently in. As Glaive argues with this Mechanicus agent to essentially gain more fucking bang for his buck, trying to peddle these workman's tools. You see the Mechanicus agent just like stop in the middle of discussing, and you see it freeze frame, as if it's running some kind of internal processing, and then upright itself. You can see from its eyes, which have obviously been replaced by some kind of cybernetic implant, that they are just running lines of code at the moment. Before, from somewhere, not its mouth, but some other voice implant of some kind, you just hear the phrase "noospheric interdiction complete," and a different voice, female, come through. Hello?
Who's that? Identify yourself.
I am the explorator, known as Beta Iconosaur. Who am I speaking to?
Beta Commissar. I am Scout Sergeant Odysseus of the Blood Ravens. Question, have you dealt with my chapter before?
I have not dealt with your chapters in specifics, but I have dealt with several Astartes members.
Excellent. I sort of just lay the last cannon down, just unsheath the sniper rifle. I need rounds for this. The neurotoxin, I believe, your cult produces.
I cannot see you at this current moment. I am speaking to you through noospheric interdiction.
Apologies, Megos, I do not know these terms.
This fucking guy is staring into space right now. I am speaking to you from a different location than the location that this body is currently in.
Might I ask why you are inputting in this conversation?
Expediency. I do not wish to wait 4 days for my arrival.
Right. Question, Megos, are you doing this with the permission of your higher-ups? More specifically, the... what was the exact title again, Nathan? Of the guy that's like leading the RBT ship?
His name is Marshal.
Marshal of the
Mm-hmm.
Marshal. Are you doing this with the permission of the Marshal?
I am neither a Magos nor under his command. Knowledge is my master.
We have something in common.
Indeed, you have been hassling members of the Adeptus Mechanicus upon this station.
I don't know what the veracity of these claims are, but I would like to point out that I am doing my best to secure the security of the station.
The station is not my concern. Knowledge is my concern. You also seek knowledge.
This is true. My chapter is proficient in this. Are you looking to make a deal? Beta
Explorator Beta Iconosaur.
Icons. Are you looking to make a deal? Knowledge for knowledge.
Knowledge is its own reward. I seek assistance. Oh god, it went... Okay. I seek assistance.
With?
Passage.
Beta Icons, please state the full request. Please state the request in full. I'm not going to pull this information out to you bit by bit. Passage to where? By when?
I
Against
hunt
who?
I hunt archaeotech within this subsector. My battle mechs have been destroyed. I am unable to progress alone. I require aid.
Right. And where are you progressing to? In the hunt for archaeotech.
I hope to expand further within the subsector, utilizing the ship that I am currently on. The Dollar Imperium shall be stationing at Galahad Station for some time before continuing throughout the subsector.
That is fair. What do you need in Astartes for this?
I am one individual. Multitudes make easier passage.
Do you command the ship that you're on?
I am a guest.
Do you have an idea where we could procure a ship?
I believe that the Dollar Imperium shall be the only ship travelling from outside of the subsector for some time.
But you wish to travel further into the sector?
Indeed. The Dollar Imperium shall be stopping at Galahad Station before continuing throughout the subsector.
Beta Commissar, are you implying that I and my comrades take over the Dollar Imperium?
I am not implying that.
You're stating it then.
I am not stating it either. I am suggesting that you gain passage upon this ship with myself.
But it's been leaving the sector.
The Dollar Imperium is continuing through the subsector.
It's continuing through it. Alright, you did not say that part. You said it was just it's coming out of it. Right.
Literally said it several times.
I disagree. Right. I need to report back to my chapter. I may accompany you, but they allow me to do so. Regardless, contact me again in a few days when you get closer. I might be able to gain more allies for said expedition. How does that sound?
Alliances are prudent. Alliances are efficient. Knowledge will be acquired.
Indeed. Gain all the knowledge you have. Knowledge is power. Beta Commissar. Got it, well.
The machine god serves all. And you just see this tech priest just continue to argue with Glaive as if nothing happened before it just kind of pauses for a second and like looks around and then continues to argue with Glaive again.
Fuck. Apologies, I was away.
Don't worry about
it. The tech priest that you were arguing about your work, your equipment to try to sell, just stopped. Said a voice from somewhere within it just said noospheric interdiction complete, and just it basically picked up a fucking radio signal and acted like a telephone for somebody else who called themselves Beta Iconosaur, Explorator Beta Iconosaur.
Sounds like a rogue AI. There'd be a space hulk around here.
I said, boy.
The Beta Iconosaur also said that they were aboard the Dollar Imperium, which is the ship which Marshal Rodvar and his BTs are coming in on. So.
And he's carrying many STCs.
And STDs.
Whoa.
So yes, that is what you're getting from that
Alright.
experience.
Also, I need to acquire some bolt rounds for some of the systems of battle.
Do remember that it is one influence test per game.
Yep. I'd like to use hers. For her.
Kat, have you acquired ammo from this area before?
Like actually rolled influence.
Not for ammo. I did roll influence to get my Vox thingy.
Won't count. I'm going to need an influence for ammo, please. Boat runs, that is going to be a roll of 3 difficulty.
Where's influence again?
only rolling 2d6 for that bad boy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to spend some wealth?
Sure. I have one wealth.
You
Could
get-
I intimidate him that the Inquisiarchy will be displeased?
For terms of influence checks, that is not going to work, unfortunately. You can intimidate him, and he's probably going to be like, "Oh, the Ecclesiarchy is not going to be pleased. It's a shame that fucking prayers don't make bullets."
Prayers to the Omnissiah do.
Exactly. Would you like to spend a wealth, Cat?
Yeah, I'll spend a
Might
wealth.
build it.
Okie dokie. So that is going to succeed then, I believe, because that wealth turns into an icon. So, yeah. You gain 1 bolt gun ammo. Or 1
Oh,
bolt
she gets
ammo.
3.
Are you sure about that?
100%.
Oh, yes, you are, yes.
Hmm?
3. You gain
Alright.
3 bolt ammo.
Alright, I will deliver those to Evangeline when I see her.
Wondrous. Okay. Is that you done with your collection at the
That's-
Mechanicus?
Yep, that's good. Yep.
Wonderful. Okay. Who would like to go next?
Oop.
Glaive?
I turn to the Space Marine and say, "Did you ask what they know about this crate?"
No, and based on what they were stating, that they were only a guest on the Dollar Imperium, I doubt they would have known anything.
No,
Probably.
I don't mean about the wackadoo transmission. I mean the Mechanicus.
I just point at these fucks. Those ones right over there.
Yes, they'd be
One of them,
probably be annoyed.
you're like pointing at a bunch of guys that are like comms terminals and stuff, and one of them like sees you and just goes,
Yes, they'd be annoyed that competition is rubbing them out. Probably their supply.
Could we? Yes. Will we get a straight answer? No. And quite frankly, I do not want to. What's the word?
We could gain favor. And favor gives ammo, guns, supplies.
I suppose. The less we deal with the cult mechanics, the better. But oh, I don't want to. Fine. Come on. Go.
"Okay." So what are you planning to do?
Mechanicus, bring us to Superior.
It nods, slinks away, kind of like a fucking, it palpatines away,
Yep.
and eventually another Mechanicus agent arrives.
Mhm.
Goes, "Glory to the Omnissiah Statis. How can I help you today?"
We wish to speak to the Megos that is in charge of this facility.
I am in charge of this facility, Astartes.
Excellent. There was a crate full of guards and munitions that was stolen recently. Any information that you could provide us onto its location would be greatly useful and appreciated. You would have the favor of one of the Emperor's angels.
Can you give me probably a leadership?
Fair? Woo, baby! For 6 icons and an extra.
We are always bound to serve the Emperor's children and their angels. However, we
Should
do
hope
not-
fucking not.
What was
Don't
that?
worry about it. Continue.
However, we have no knowledge of this container which has been lost, other than the fact that it must be sorely missed by now.
Well, that it is.
The war effort within the subsector must be lacking for it.
Right. Well,
I'd,
oh, sorry, Glaive, go ahead. Sorry.
I'd imagine it would look good on the Mechanicus supplying these materials once found again to the war in the subsector would look greatly.
We did not lose the container. In fact, we were not informed of its disappearance until the governor decided to begin sending his enforcers out. We are not in charge of the docks, unfortunately.
But you could be part of the team that found it. If you catch my meaning.
It looks at you, and it simply says, "Pride is an emotion quickly excised."
But resource well spent is resource well used.
It like computes this for a little second. You can actually hear like that little fucking tick 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 ticks in its brain going. We did not have the resources required to search this station. The Skutari that we have.
do.
Then I suggest you attempt to.
And if we said that it was you that found it instead of us, what would you do for us?
Can I get a cunning, please? To be like, you fucking give us stuff and we'll clout you up, mate.
Certainly, I'll roll the whole 2 dice that I have in cunning. A 1.
One out of 2. That's not bad.
Go count yourself.
You can tell that it's processing you. It's processing your entire look. It's seeing you for what you are, and it doesn't really like what it's seeing right now. The crate should be found of its own measure. Forgeworld Hyphus will not hold for much longer without such resources.
Very well. I do have one question.
Cocks its head.
What is the best way to kill or shut down a murder servitor? Where is the weak spot?
It looks at you and then it just turns its one large red eye to the Space Marine. It just kind of tilts its head slightly.
I tilt my head the other way. Raise eyebrows.
We do not possess any murder servitors upon this station.
I turn to the Space Marine and say, I thought knowledge was power.
And they have not been guarding it well.
Oh.
Thank you, Joe.
No, if you have found this murder servitor upon this station, I would appreciate its location so that we can dispatch it quickly.
Oh, we have dispatched many.
Mm-hmm. There's not been one, there's been several. Oh, yeah.
A dozen.
Shh. They don't even know the exact number.
Oh, I'm not there.
Yeah, you aren't either.
What's
Can I
your
ask-
gauge?
Can I ask Mikulicus, who would have the abilities to produce these servitors of this quality?
Murder servitors? We do not have specific servitor processing facilities upon this station.
Where do you store the materials then to actually fuel them? Just the raw materials.
They typically require raw fusion batteries or other internal means, as well as biological processing, nutrient packs, and the like. They can run for several centuries.
Do you mind checking your logs for me? See if there's any discrepancies. Of your inventory of said fusion packs, to see if any have gone missing or been misplaced. Or if there's any discrepancy between the numbers stored.
Can you give me another leadership, please?
Hi.
This is turning
guys.
into some fucking... Jesus
Guys.
Christ.
Can I use a leadership good boy point for this, please?
I would say yes. Up to the team.
Paul, Can I? Can I have a good boy point, please? Yeah.
Go on.
Well,
Thank you.
Nathan, to put it this way, we've not had that much interaction other than with Barons and Xenos. This is like the first conversation out with that group
Oh no,
to
don't
probe
worry.
a
Don't you worry.
narrative.
It's. Ooh. It looks at you, and you can see like its eye just turns blue as like small pieces of text and code begins to flow over it for a few moments before it answers. Our stores are correct. We hold the same number of fusion batteries as we have always held. We use them for our exploratory missions whenever we are able to generate them.
Fascinating. Seems like someone is competing with you, Mechanicus.
We hold no
Well,
rivals.
Publicly. Well, if you need a hand finding anything out, please feel free to contact us.
I do in fact have some questions for you, Astartes murderer. You found where did you find these servitors?
Do you have a map of the station?
We have most records, yes, and it potters over to a fucking cognitive bank, brings up a
Right.
map of the station. A lot of it you can see is just listed as like labeled as broken or destroyed or irreplaceable.
I whisper into the ear of Odysseus and go, "My lord, you are now in the position of leverage."
And by the throne, it feels so good, doesn't it? Alright. Nathan brings over the map, he does.
Yep.
Like, reaching over, but to press, like, just point to location. Just wondering. Anyways. If I pointed these locations to you, you would no doubt go deploy several teams of either Scutari or Servitors to gather the materials.
It nods.
Rippers.
It's got one of these really big fucking pointy hats, which seems to just like meld into its robes when it nods. This hat goes like a little bit pointy as well.
I think that would be very useful information to you, and I would like to remind that the Blood Ravens chapter does work with Explorator missions, the Mechanicus in several instances. Would that be in your best interest to, let's say, note down a debt due for my chapter for this information? A small one, so to speak.
I must say, I find it slightly unbecoming that Astartes is attempting to leverage the safety of a station, but the debt will be marked. Have no doubt.
As I'm like pressing down like the locations of where like services are, the threat has already passed. Well, the threat of these servitors has passed. The only reason I'm pointing this out to you is so you can get the materials back. We have other missions to protect this station. You've already given us the ammo for that in exchange for services rendered.
Like,
And I would like to remind you that the Astartes do what we can to get the resources and allies where we can. This is part of the course, Megos.
it like nods slightly. Just
Very well, Megos. May your machine god protect you and guide you.
as it guides all.
Glaive, you alright? You got what you needed?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's be living.
And off he's fuck. I guess after that, after that delightful RP, I must say.
Thank you. It's good.
Okay. So, what would you like to do now? Do we have anybody else?
Autopsy.
Autopsy time already, boys.
Autopsy time.
Okay. So, you fucking golf cart drags this body back to the to St. Varda's Ecclesiastical. A bunch of minor sisters pick it up, drag it inside. back down into your operating theatre if you're happy enough with that, where it is quickly poured over by Medicaid and others, just fucking analysing it and examining it.
Lovely.
Yes. What would you like to do?
I'd like to start autopsying this crazy thing, taking it apart and seeing how
Okay.
all the different things, the xenobiology of it.
Okay. Are you doing it in a similar manner to the manner you did previously?
Oh, in front of like a lecture hall?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you've just got a bunch of Medicaid and minor sisters and everything just watching this.
Yeah.
Okay. Please roll me 2 things. So I'm going to need from you a whoop. I'm going to need from you a Medicaid. Oh.
How'd I do?
And I'm also going to need from you a leadership. Yeah, I'd say leadership. Delightful. So that is a 7, 8, 9 to Medicaid, as well as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to leadership. You give a stunning lecture, quite similar to the other one that you have done previously, and you notice several things. The flesh around this monster, it is completely alien. Not one portion of it remains that was at one point perhaps human. And you can also see that the chitin and the other biological components of it are also not only a different color but also look to be made of a different material than the alien that you previously dissected. This thing is from similar but distant stock. It's from somewhere else. A second thing you notice is that though subjected to many, many wounds, you notice that there are a series of track marks up all 4 of its arms.
Track marks.
Yes, injection sites.
Oh. I'll keep those bits to myself. Like the weirder kind of things I see.
Okay.
But I'd like to end the autopsy lecture thing by saying, with the Xenos, much like the heretic, they crave the flame of absolution. A flame which I'll never receive, but they will receive the flame of damnation. And then I put it in a crematory, and guess what? I think I get my wrath thing, because if I set it on fire, it means I purged a heretical thing with holy fire.
Yes.
Please
Are
give
you
me,
doing? Are you
please give me
doing it?
that.
Yes, you can get. You totally get that.
So,
Are you doing it yourself, or are you doing it? Are you like commanding people to do it? Either way, you will get your wrath for that.
I
Because I don't
will.
imagine.
I'm commanding them to do it. I'll
Okay.
command my novice sisters to do it. Chain of command.
Yep, bunch of fucking novices
Respect
and
it.
other bunch of novices and others will come up and fucking and do that. Can you give me a awareness, please?
Awareness. Yes. Here we go.
Are you burning all of it? Like, skull included?
I've done the entire thing of it, but I'd keep the skull of it if you want.
It's fine. Do what you want. It's fine.
Do what
I
that
keep the skull. I burn it enough that the skin does not remain, but the skull does remain,
but
just
the
for
bones remain.
Odysseus to have
Okay.
to have a little silly trophy. Even though technically I killed the beast, I think, so it's technically my prey. I'm not sure what Odysseus actually did with the. I don't think he did much. I think it was all. I think it was all Fabienne. Fabienne did fell the beast. I don't know if you guys know that, but.
As you are like dismissing everyone in the room, you do notice that of the Medicaid and the sisters that are shuffling this body off, One seems to be lagging behind slightly, looking over the body more intently than the others, as if analysing it.
Is it a novice?
It is a medicae. So not even a sister. This is like a medical professional, like a Turigan.
I say, Kirigan, have you spotted something I may have perhaps glossed over?
Yes, sister.
Then speak freely.
If I may, she like quite daintily points at the arms. It looks like it's got some kind of disease here. It's like pointing at the track marks.
But disregard that you noticed that. This is in the hands of the Adeptus Sororitas and the Ecclesiarchy.
Of course, ma'am. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor does protect. Keep diligent.
And she like quite daintily, like bows slightly and hastens back to the rest of the group to assist them in carrying the body to the incinerator.
So this thing has been like injected with stuff.
It has had needles placed into its body in quite the recent past.
I imagine Evangeline is in the cathedral, rallying up a
support.
force. I'll probably report that to Evangeline immediately after it gets burnt to death. Do I get my wrath point?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Sick, lad. Sick. Nice.
Okay.
Where do I put that?
So if you look on your character sheet, you will see on your main page.
I found it.
Okay, then all good then. So yeah, slam back to Evangeline then. Evangeline, you're chilling, you're fucking organising, you're getting things ready, and the St. Vitus Ecclesiastical when Fabian just bursts from below.
Sister, if I may have a word.
Yes.
Please,
What have you found?
if you would join me in the cloister. I'd rather this kept private for now.
Of course.
Upon close examination during my autopsy and lecture, the arm of the beast appears to have had maybe not medical attention, but recent puncture wounds, which I believe from needles.
That could be explained. It was kept in a capsule, probably in some kind of stasis. It may have had something injected into it to keep it in a docile state.
Sister, they were quite recent.
Recent, as in since it escaped from the container.
I just thought to bring it up, sister. It is merely an anomaly I noticed. They are rather fresh. For a creature that was so lively, it does baffle me that it gains so much energy since its escape. Hence the
Perhaps it
unreliable.
compelled those of the family to aid it. They do seem to be rather resourceful.
If you would muster a force of orders militant, if you will, I would like to speak with some of my orders non-militant in regards to having different forks in pies, should I say, in regards to this issue.
Yes, I will continue to assemble a unit to secure the weapons container.
That was all, sister.
Leave you to attend to your business. Let me know how you get on.
Absolutely. God Emperor protects.
God Emperor protect, sister.
Could I?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any notable like orders famulus aboard?
Orders Famulus, as in the blood family.
The blood family.
So I imagine there may be one. Perhaps there is not much of a noble presence on this station, so they don't really have a lot to do.
Who would it be? Who would I get in contact with?
Would you like to name her? She's probably fucking living in the ecclesiastical.
She was. They normally use it there with what's it called again? Nobles. But let me. Should I go on?
The problem is there are not many nobles on the station. The only noble you know
That's the
of on the
thing.
station is Zephaniah.
I'm the Baron, I guess.
He's a
Is he
member
but
of the Admiralty, so I don't know if he counts as a noble.
Uh, hmm. I don't know then. I'll probably just try and muster up some more, just like ecclesiastical forces and other sisters.
So from Evangeline and yourself, I'm going to need 2 leadership skill tests, please.
Leadership skill tests coming up.
Ooh.
Okay. So at a moment's notice, you will all. At a moment's notice, you're all going to be able to source a sum total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to be able to source a sum total of about maybe 15 individuals of good fighting proficiency.
Nice.
It does seem though that a lot of the other sisters do seem to be occupied at the moment with medical duties. They are comforting the sick, of which there appear to be a lot more in here than there were previously.
Oh shit! Sudden death people.
The sudden death people, yes.
I forgot all about
The
that.
curse of the sudden death, which they appear to be dealing with.
Could I lend a hand at that?
Sure thing. Give me a Medicaid.
Bear with me.
Yep, you can start attending to people, and you do see that there are like a bunch of people on the station that have managed to make their way to St. Vardis that have a variety of afflictions, even more so than typical. These are not your normal heavy metal poisoning or trench foot or arm cut off by arm cut off machine injuries that you would normally get on a Warhammer 40k station. These are illnesses of the flesh, more so like they are skin lesions, almost leprosy like, where they've just erupted onto them. There's a woman whose husband just keeled over dead, and then a few hours later she has been afflicted in such a way where she is just expelling anything that she can't keep anything down. She is just sitting holding her stomach in complete agony as the tips of her fingers seem to almost be rotting. You find yourself treating this woman, and along with like several other Medicaid, and the same Medicaid as previously is also, you find, also treating her at the same time. And she goes, sister, I do have to ask, I didn't realize such beasts like that were on the station. Would you know what, do you know where that came from?
Beasts such as those come only from the minds of a heretic.
No, but
You must not worry yourself where it came from. It has been dealt with.
I'm going to need a cunning from you, please.
A cunning?
This is a contested cunning.
Good thing I'm a cunning linguist, guys. But on way cunning linguist. Am I right, guys? Where is this? Okay.
Gross.
I'm kind of trying to like intimidate to back off the conversation.
Okay, I also need intimidation then.
And a cunning.
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell that she is not convinced, but it has to have arisen from somewhere. Such disease like that. And then she notices that you're like attempting to, and then she like meekly cowers away slightly.
Your duties are with the ill. Focus your mind on that instead.
Right away, sister. Right away. And she like
We're gonna have to check over those guys we just recruited to go around the station, right?
What
We
do you mean?
can't just get. I mean, if this is contained within the cathedral, we're gonna have to lock this cathedral down.
From
Perhaps.
descriptions of the Baron, does not seem to be contained within the cathedral. These just seem to be the people that have managed to reach the cathedral.
Okay. I think. I mean, obviously, the people Evangeline and I recruited, we're gonna have to give them a bit of a medical.
These are the ones that are fine. They are
Okay.
stout and good-hearted and ready for the fight. But you can do them a once-over if you like.
I probably, if they're okay, then I'd probably trust that they're okay.
And they say they're okay. They say they're fine.
Impromptu medical, guys. Impromptu medical.
The,
Evangeline,
Pardon? Sorry.
would you mind if I ran a medical on the raring volunteers?
Go for it.
No. Go ahead.
Would that be another Medicaid?
yes. Can I get what are you checking for here?
I'm doing like a Medicaid to see if they've got any symptoms.
They've sure, give me a Medicaid.
Also, like a general like how good and how in shape are they? Like,
Sure. These people seem stout-hearted, raring for the fight. They have reported that a couple of the sisters have reported ill, but none of them have perished. Thank the Emperor. But they are stout. They are fit as a fiddle, as fit as they can be with the fucking food they get around here. But as good as they are to go.
Angeline, if I may speak to you once more.
Yes, sister.
The ill aboard the station, especially the ones centralized within this cathedral, which are in my charge as a courier advance of the cathedral. I do believe that we may have to lock this building down eventually to keep this contained. Though the morale drop for the rest of the station may be tangible. We simply cannot risk more dying.
If that is what you feel the best course of action would be, it is your decision to make.
Now, just for gameplay footage, can I ask why are you planning to lock down the station or lock down the cathedral?
Because it's full of people who have a sudden death disease.
Sudden death disease,
which
yes.
is contagious.
I do want to point out that these people did not become afflicted with the disease when inside the cathedral. They came to the cathedral because they were sick.
And then the more people who come to the cathedral, who visit these people, will also become sick.
Indeed.
close the cathedral so no
Okay.
one can visit these people. If they perish, they perish in the Emperor's light.
Perhaps
Sounds like
it
Mother
may
Teresa.
be better to set up an off-site containment unit for these people,
A
so that we
field,
may keep the ecclesiarchy accessible as a beacon of the Emperor's light.
a field hospital off the field. Quite novel, but a good idea. I will see what I can muster up. I've done the same with less resources.
I will, of course, aid you in any way that I can, sister.
If we can get those healthy, raring volunteers to also give us a hand, the more our hands, the better, I believe.
Okay.
I believe right now our primary focus is to secure the weapons container.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then as soon as that is dealt with, I will return. We shall get a quarantine site set up to treat these people.
Do we leave it until we found the crate?
I'm afraid we must, unless you can secure another unit to help you with setting up this facility.
I shall leave my novices.
So
I shall leave my novices.
You're leaving your novices and having them set up the quarantine facility. Yes.
Yeah.
And are you taking the fighting fit with you?
To get to
the container?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Is that everything you guys would like to do?
Yep.
Yep.
Me.
Just give Kreiser the signal that we're on our way.
So, you're on your way? Perfect. I'm waiting here with my old squad.
Cool.
Is, if the others are coming as well?
What was that? Sorry, I missed it.
Do you know if the Astartes is coming as well? Hold on, I'll phone them.
I believe so.
Call up the fucking Astartes.
Ahoy, ahoy!
Ahoy,
Are you on your way?
Yep, on our way back from the Mechanicus manufacture one.
Excellent. We'll buy the main lift.
Beautiful. Be there shortly.
Yep, they're on their way. I'll see you soon.
Amazing. Let me just do one thing here. Kreiser, you get another phone call.
From who?
The Inquisitor.
Oh, I answer. I'm like, hello?
You killed a gene stealer.
I didn't, but yes, it's dead.
Where did you find it?
Lower level Halbrock floor, section 12, near the manufactorum.
What was it doing before you killed it?
Hiding.
That's it? Were you
It
tracking
was
it
in
for a
some
while?
meat grinder before that. It was doing something in there and it fled. We chased it. The grinder seemed fine, still operational. The
She
little
hangs up.
cultists in it.
Yep.
Is it polite to call back, or should I just?
She hangs up.
She's calling me if she needs me.
Oh,
And I put it back in my pocket.
contaminated the meat.
We need a tackle. What is happening?
Gosh, darn.
Wait, Paul. A poor question. Crunchy taco or soft taco?
It's contaminated.
Super crunchy then.
And as we say, as we see Kreiser biting into this taco, we can see on the side of the small little meat cubes that she's eating, it says Grinder 12 printed on it. And
Printed on the taco itself.
no, the meat
Printed on the taco meat.
printed on
Okay.
the taco meat. And I think that's where we can leave it for the session, boys.
Nice, nice.
Sounds good.
Great. So glad that the Silent Green is people. I'm so glad that the Silent Green is alien. Green, like purple alien.
Your thoughts, chill to to the Xenos last words. You may kill me, but I have already won. And I think that's a good little point to end.
I'll be
Boys.
vegetarian.